All right, this is it. This is our grand finale for Monster Energy AMA Supercross and FIM World Championship. We've got to be quiet. They have our riders meeting taking place behind us, our last riders meeting of the year. And joining you from it, Jason Weigandt and Jim Holley. For the last time, Jim, everything is on the line when we come to Vegas, no matter what, but especially tonight.
Well, you mentioned that Supercross class. There is a championship. Chad Reed has a 10-point lead over Kevin Windham. These guys have been in this same spot, you know, back in the 04, but I think it was Kevin was behind at 12 points, that thing. But the other thing, too, is, you know, also that we forgot to talk about is there's a Toyota truck on the line for the mechanic who wins that championship. So, I mean, Oscar Vitamin and Brian over there, Kevin Windham's mechanic, they're rooting, too. Hey, we need to win that championship so I can get a new truck.
Yeah, but if you're Oscar, you got enough pressure on you already, because that's pretty much the only thing that might be able to stop Chad Reed at this point. We've seen what he can do coming out of the pack last week, coming up and grabbing a second-place finish from the back, and he only needs 7th here. So people are looking at, I guess, mechanical maybe being the only thing that can happen here.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, you got to look at that, but also, you know, the thing that I look at last weekend when Chad Reed went down in the first turn is, you know, he was able to get back up, but what happens if somebody runs into the radiator and rips the radiator off? You know, then you're not going to finish. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that can happen. I know his teammate Nathan Ramsey, when he went off, he actually had a foot peg come over and catch him in the forearm and open his forearm up. So, I mean, it's still not over. I mean, a mechanical, yeah, that would be a definite, you know, derailer of the championship there. But, you know, there's a lot of things that play into factor. But, you know, what a great ride Kevin Windham and Chad Reed put in last weekend in Seattle. And I think we'll see that here today. I think both these guys in Vegas are going to bring their A game. And I don't think Chad will do anything stupid if Kevin's out there leading it. He'll just finish in second and wrap up that championship. I don't think he wants to go out there. And, you know, he may prove me wrong. He may want to go out, you know what, I need to win this thing also and go up and try to challenge Kevin Windham. But I know if he goes up and challenges Kevin Windham's going to get aggressive and it's going to get good.
Well, here's the other danger zone. This track is gnarly. You can say you're going to ride a little bit conservatively to win the championship, but you can't. The triples are bigger. We got a ski jump where they're going to jump probably over 100 feet. And, of course, the monster alley behind us with the big flat track, they could be 60 or 70 miles an hour. This track is crazy.
Well, I got to go back to 1 year ago, too, in that East-West shootout when the two champions, Townley and Villapoto, came in, and they were the champions. They only went one lap because they had mechanical. So, I mean, you know, we've seen strange things happen here in Las Vegas. And case in point would be that U.S. Open that we saw in October last year. You know, who would have thought that Jake Weimer would have won on Saturday night, you know, and who would have thought that Grant Langston would have came away with the win? Who would have thought Chad Reed would have got aggressive and him and Tim Ferry come together in that first turn? So, I mean, there's a lot on the line here, and, you know, a lot of money and a lot of pride also.
And don't forget, of course, when you mentioned Jake Weimer, we have that Dave Coombs Memorial Lights East-West shootout tonight. Jake's going to be a part of that, along with, I mean, we're talking 40 guys. We're talking 20 great ones from the East, 20 great ones from the West. It's always an exciting one, and they have a Toyota truck on the line as well.
You know, I'd have to go back to the archives because I don't know if anybody has went back-to-back in that East-West shootout. Ryan Dungey has that chance to do that. He won the event here last year. Last year. He won the event last weekend in Seattle. He's on a roll right now. He's got a lot of confidence. He rode that 450, but, you know, there's a lot of other guys who want to prove him wrong. You know, number one would be Trey Kennard, who's riding the number 1E, and then on the 1W for Jason Lawrence. Those guys would like to say, hey, you know, us champions, we need to be up here battling out. And there's a lot of other riders. I'm talking the Metcalfs, the Jake Weimers that you mentioned about, the Austin Stroops. I mean, there's a lot of kids that can come up. You know, Justin Brayton on the KTM. I mean, he put in some good rides, and Daniel Reardon could come away. I mean, we could just go down the list. Any one of these guys that are competing in that East-West shootout have a chance to win that Toyota pickup.
Well, that's what makes it fun, and if you look at the record book, it's generally not champions that win this event. You mentioned Townley and Villapoto last year had trouble. Ryan Dungey won the race, and it goes back to the archives. I think it's been since '04 with James Stewart since the champion has actually won this shootout here. So I think that's a good indication of just how wide open this race is.
And you have to go back to before James Stewart won. Remember when he got off, and he got off hard and broke his collarbone, and it screwed up the outdoor season for him. And a lot of riders are thinking about that. But you know what, I was talking to a lot of guys, and they said, you know what, yeah, we want to be safe for the outdoors, but I don't care what they say. Yes. When you put a Toyota truck on the line and all the money for that Dave Coombs East-West Memorial shootout, that, you know what, there's going to be some bar banging going on in that lights class. When you take a look at that triple jump, traditionally it's 65 feet. Like you said, they pushed it to 75 feet, and with the blue groove, it's going to be slick. That could present a little bit of a problem, because especially after that section, you got a set of whoops. So you want to make sure that you downside the triple to get the drive. If you come up a little short, your suspension's going to be collapsed. It's going to be rebounding when you're entering into the whoops, and that's what you don't want to have. You want to be able to get up on top of those things and skim across them. And the whoops are going to be hard, because it's going to be hard to get a hold of the ground to drive. That wheel is going to be spinning. They're going to see a lot of bikes dancing, like we talk about, going through the whoops from left to right. But the track will be challenging in itself, like you talked about. Thunder Alley behind us there, it's a big half-mile dirt track. Kevin Atherton and all the dirt track guys, Chris Carr, they'd love it out here.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. There's so many new obstacles, so many scenarios come in with our championship on the line in the Supercross class, and of course bragging rights on the line for our East-West shootout. So tune us in tonight on supercrossonline.com, and actually stay here all day long. We'll have plenty of video updates coming your way from Vegas.